Hello and happy Sunday. I'm just hanging out here at the house and I just wanted to get on here for a minute and talk about positivity and talk about perseverance and life in general, how it just kind of kicks you in the kneecaps constantly until, sometimes you feel like you can't do it anymore, but you can. If your heart's in it, you can. Talking about YouTube. I wanted to do a YouTube channel for a long time before I did it, probably 2 years before I actually got on here and made my first video. And I kind of talked my sister into doing it with me on the Grit and Gumption station or channel. And then she didn't want to do it anymore, so I kind of fell back a little bit on that channel and decided to make my own, which is this one, Dairy Airs. And I used to have dairy goats, and that's why I named it Dairy Airs, because our last name was Ayers, and I thought it was kind of a funny play on it, Anyway, my husband's family had Ayers Dairy, and they had cows, and he was raised doing on a dairy farm, basically. His whole family did it. Grandfather, too. So I thought, well, instead of Ayers Dairy, I'm going to do Dairy Airs. And I kind of liked it. It was funny. And, I went with it. We had the goats, so it worked, right? Well, I don't have the goats anymore. And I don't have the goats, not because I wanted to get rid of the goats, but because I basically had to, because I didn't like how they were getting treated at times by my husband. I'm being totally honest with you guys about everything here, okay? So I started this channel and I started doing my thing, okay? And I didn't really know whether I wanted to do homesteading stuff, or I did, but it didn't seem like the numbers were really good on homesteading stuff for some reason. For me, it just didn't seem to work out. I don't know why, but every time I did a canning video, oh my gosh, it did way better. So I thought, okay, you guys really want canning, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I started doing the canning. And the whole reason I started doing YouTube to begin with was because of Jason Crocker. I watched him and his brother in Texas when they made their little shed to home, video, and Jason had his wife at that time with him, and I would watch them and I just loved it. They were happy and goofy, and it looked like an easy thing to do, and I thought, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of work, I'm sure, but I can do that. If they can do it, I can do it, right? Well, so far I've followed Jason all these years, stuck with him. I swear if I had a son, it'd be Jason. I don't, I have all girls. But anyway, I really like Jason and how he stands up for himself and stands up for what he believes in and how you should treat others. I like that. I like just the way he handles everything pretty much. Sometimes he gets a little, aggravated and ticked off and lash out a little bit. But, he always says sorry or corrects himself if he's wrong, and as people should. Well, I kept up with my YouTube. I have a family member that needed a lot of health attention. So that kind of at times, made it so I couldn't do my videos and get my things done. There's a lot of running around at times when, they needed a lot of help and stuff. And then my girls occasionally would need things. And so, family's first for me. That's just the way it is. So whatever happens in my life, family is first. So I handle that first. Then I am married, and let me just say, I have lived away from my home more than I have my home in the last year and a half. I'm not going to say anything more than that, and you could read between the lines. Okay, so it's not been easy to continue with YouTube all the time, but you have to just keep going and hope for the best. And I have, I think I'm working on 1,400 subscribers, and I have just less than 500 hours of watch time needed to get monetized. And that was my whole thing, to get monetized anyway, so that I could stand on my own 2 feet in this world. So anyway, what I'm saying is this: sometimes it's difficult to keep going, but you can do it. And I'm going to continue to do it. I have family members that poo-poo YouTube every time I talk to them. I have no support other than my 2 daughters. Everyone else is like, when are you ever going to get paid? When are you ever going to make any money? I don't think you're ever going to make any money doing that. You're not going to make any money. Nobody makes any money. Then my sister decided she was going to do a channel with her daughter-in-law, and they were talking about doing a fishing channel. And I came up with some really good names for them. So then she tells my mom, nobody makes any money off of YouTube. Well, she must have tried to do some videos and realized it's not a walk in the park, and it's not an overnight success for most people. So, I mean, I'm sure it happens to some people. It does. But other than that, it's work. You have to work at it. You have to commit to it. You have to have your heart in it, and you have to want it, you know? And I do. So I'm trying really hard to get my hours in. I was hoping I could get them in before the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But what I have to say is, if somebody has a dream, why would you stomp all over it? You know, if somebody has a dream or they have something that they're working hard on, why not just be positive about it? I don't see why anybody would get any fulfillment in their life with shooting negativity at somebody for a sport. If you're that kind of person, shame on you, I guess. That's all I have to say. I mean, you must be really miserable. Oh, that's all I have to say. You must be really miserable if making someone else feel, you know, not so good makes you feel better or gives you that little pat on the back that you think you need, then you're really not the kind of person I want to hang around anyway, which I've known that for a while. But I will say that most of my family does not support me at all, other than my 2 daughters. And that makes it kind of hard at times, but I just kind of blow it out of my ears. I don't listen. I don't pay. I just let it go. And finally today, I thought, okay, I'm going to send Mr. Beast's numbers over to my mother, and she can read it for herself. And I'm going to send, you know, the top 5 people on YouTube and what they make a year. And I guess they can just soak on that, you know. I mean, God knows I'll never make that kind of money, but at least, you know, I'm still chugging along and trying. I even will set the TV on play all. Well, after I get on my channel, I'll go to the top and hit play all, and it plays all day long while I wouldn't be at home when I lived in the A-frame. Just so that I would get my hours up, because I need to, because I really do. I need an income and I need to be on my own. So it doesn't make it easy when you have naysayers. It doesn't make it easy when somebody's shoving negativity down your throat all the time and never has a good positive thing to say about what you're doing. If someone's trying to achieve their dream, why would you ever step on that? No matter what it is. I don't care if it's making a beautiful herb garden or, you know, some don't need to go out there and say, your plants are never gonna grow. I would just never do that kind of thing to somebody. I would never shoot down somebody's work or be negative about what they have their heart in, you know. I don't understand that when it comes to people. But anyway, I'm going to chug along, and I've been really trying hard to get my videos out and try to be consistent, at least 2 a week. I'm trying to make sure I get 2 a week. So without fail, one way or the other, I'm going to get 2 a week out, and hopefully they will be canning. They might not be canning. One might be some kind of food preserving, or just a chat like this once in a while when I feel like it's needed. But I will say, there are people I've watched on YouTube, Homestead Tessie is another one. That girl, she's got the biggest heart ever, and she doesn't stop. She does not stop. She makes her videos, and she makes them every day, and her heart is in it, and she is working hard for it because she has to, she needs to, she wants to, and that's what she does. And if anyone would put her down, no matter what she does, and her work, you know, shame on them, because, you know, she's doing it, and I can guarantee you they are not. They are not doing it. They are being little haters and negativity people, you know, and our lives in this world today, I think that people need positivity. I think that we need to come together, hold each other's hands a little bit and help each other out, rather than kick each other in the kneecaps, you know? I mean, life is hard enough on a daily basis without being a jerk, right? Or having to deal with a jerk, either way. So anyway, I just hope you have a great Sunday. I hope you can help someone and be positive in their endeavors. And I hope that you have support in yours. And I really want to say thank you to those people out there who put the positive vibes out, you know, like Jason does, and like Homestead Tessie does. It's important, and it does matter. And I thank you for that. And I hope you guys have a great day.